Instagram. They were posting post-it notes of poems for people to read. So they're an extreme precursor to Facebook. Now, anyways, he says, I don't know what this, I'll just read the poem. It says, Kumo O, 1784. Clouds thickly mantle these mountains, but the black moon had already taken up residence in my mind, so nothing now prevents me from seeing its serenity there. He finds within himself what is virtually the same moon. He found the moon inside himself. Very interesting spiritual property. We'll have to research it. You think Rajinder Singh could explain what that moon is? He's got the moon inside himself, so here he's saying, okay, was even a sense that through such practices, here we go. This is not to deny, however, that Saigyo's preoccupation in the moon, as shown in the poems of this book, was deep. Yamada Shozen researched for decades to unearth the multiple and often subtle links between Saigyo's verse and the practices of Buddhism in 12th century Japan. He detailed how the use of representations of the full moon, or the full moon itself, served as the focal point for extended meditations. In these meditations, referred to as Gachinrinkan, prized especially within the Shingon School, the mind-heart, or koro of the practitioner was visualized as progressively filling with light. Objectives of such exercises included an enhanced ability to recollect the past, greater powers of memorization, and the most literal sense, enlightenment. There was even a sense that through such practices something like a personalized, luminescent moon would take up residence within the interior of the body, mind of the committed meditator. Yamada suggests that poems otherwise easily mistaken as banal become interesting, even fascinating, when we realize this dimension of Saigyo's preoccupation with the moon. Such meditations explain the frequent occurrence of these poems of the homonam sumu. One ideogram for it means to become lucid, but an alternative denotes to lodge within. Double entendre catches the way these poems, based on Gachinrinkan, verbally represent experiences of drawing the moon and its luminescence into the very inner being of the poet monk residing there. Its light becomes embodied following is one such verse. It says, Kumo o futaka mi yama no sukaki dwa koro no sumaya.
All right. Why don't you
One,
go back to the poetry?
I like this one though. 1784, he says. That was the poetry. We don't accept English, yeah. Clouds thickly mantle these mountains, but the black moon had already taken up residence in my mind, so nothing now prevents me from seeing its serenity there.
Black moon though, why black moon?
The moon's blocked by the clouds. He can see it anyways, because he has the inner moon. And this guy Yamada Shozen says that there's the inner moon in Buddhism. And he says, Soji writes, Yamada inverts the situation with ease. Prevented from viewing the moon in the sky, he finds within himself what is virtually the same moon. Konishi summed up this trajectory of research by noting that Saigyo perceived cherry blossoms and the moon as mandalas, and then went on to caution against judging such poems with only a 20th century sensibility and standards, writing that we must give full consideration to how many people in the 12th century would have been deeply moved by these poems. This was poetry that was, but it was at the same time something more than poetry. So we'd have to consider it more than poetry. It's Buddhist truth as well. The poem of Saigyo that over time became best known to the Japanese is precisely such a one. He says, Ko Koro Naki, 515 says, I thought I was free of passion, so this melancholy comes as a surprise. A woodcock shoots up from marsh when autumn's twilight falls.
It's slowly.
I thought I was free of passions. This melancholy comes as a surprise. A woodcock shoots up from marsh when autumn's twilight falls.